Hello, friends. Welcome to our daily vlog. And guess what? We're here again drinking our coffee and trying to come up with the topic of today's conversation. And as always, it's unknown, and you guys are gonna witness the randomness of our thoughts today. What are we going to discuss? Say hello.
Hello, hello. Why are you waiting for me to come up with the topic? Why don't you just, for once, come with the topic yourself? Hey, let's go.
Okay, then I'll have to come up with someone random. For example, the first thing which crossed my mind is why people don't have effective communication. And I'm sure you can talk about this topic for hours, if not days.
Hello. How is my communication skills?
Was it a question or you're trying to scan me? Well, in general, they're not bad, but sometimes you can be pretty random and scare away people you don't know by your randomness, by your uniqueness. You're definitely not shy. You definitely have no problem starting the dialogue with any person. With a woman, with an old man, with a kid, which is very good. You can easily break the ice by, I don't know, by a joke or by looking in the person's eyes. But yes, your communication skills are not bad.
This is a test.
It was a test. If you guys didn't notice, he was looking me in the eye for a good 2 minutes. He wasn't blinking, and he had this scanner look. Like, I can see through you. I know what you're thinking about right now. I know who you are. I know who you really are. He was trying to confuse me.
Yes, of course, this is just a gimmick. As you know, this is a gimmick, but let's talk about this gimmick. I read a lot about this thing. It's called the eye test, right? The eye test. If you actually can hold your, if you can hold yourself to look in somebody's eyes for a longer time,
How much?
well, now I will tell you the statistics. When people talk to each other, they don't look at each other's face at all. That is unbelievable truth, and we just don't do that. We never look at other people's eyes. So now, if you can hold your, uh, let's call this piercing look, like you try to pierce somebody's soul, yeah, that's like this. So you look at them for more than a second. If you look at them for more than a second, they're gonna start feeling uncomfortable. That is the first thing to know about this gimmick. Let's call it a gimmick, let's call it a tactic, whatever you call it. But tomorrow, if you go and if you randomly talk to people, start observing this phenomenon that you never look at this person's eyes, and they don't look at you at your eyes. Why is that? We don't want to go to explain that, but we can explain what might happen if you start doing that. If you start looking them in the eyes for more than 1 second, sometimes you can go to 5 minutes. It's up to it's up to you. If you are trained professional, if you trained professional means that you just first aware of this phenomenon and then you start practicing it in a small scale. Like when you go home today and talk to your kids or to your wife or to your husband, whatever you are, you just try this test. Look them for 3 seconds in the eyes, and you will see magical things will happen.
Will it improve communication between two people?
Some people say in some communities like the men community, they say this: if you do this for 1 minute, it's called the gaze. Okay, I will explain it. This is another gimmick from a community, and they say that's called the gaze. The person can even fall in love with you. How does it works? Why does it works? We don't know. All we know that it works. Okay, so it's called the gaze. The difficult part is to focus on the eyes, but there is a little hack here. You cannot look at people's both eyes, so you will focus on one of the eyes only. Yeah, it's just,
Let me try.
yeah. You see, this is untrained professional. She is not trained.
This is creepy. I don't know.
It is not creepy.
The
Just
way you look at me, it's creepy. I'm
just-
sorry.
yeah, because I have the eyes look. You know, I have this. First of all, I did not come to this naturally. This is not a natural trait of any human being, and that is the whole key. The natural thing is, okay. Let's demonstrate. When the natural thing, I will show you now, and you will see her behavior. The natural thing is this.
You're not looking in my eyes. You're looking somewhere here, my forehead. This is creepy. Guys, this is very creepy. Don't do it.
Okay, so now let me talk now. Now the natural thing is when you do that, they cannot hold themselves in the frame. Let's call this terminology now. They cannot hold themselves into the mental frame that somebody is staring at them, because this is not a natural thing, you know. Let's go to biology. When the wolf look at the sheep, yeah, you know this. There is this phenomenon. When the wolf look at the sheep from a 50 feet away, the sheep has this natural tendency to sense. The sheep knows something is going on. Something is not right. So the sheep naturally try to run away, but the wolf is like a laser targeting her because he's preparing for the next move. The next move is for him to run and to eat the sheep. So in the animal kingdom, that's also known phenomenon that some animals can sense if somebody is looking at them. Now also it's a known phenomenon of humans. Have you been in that situation that you are here and you all of a sudden has this feeling that somebody behind you is staring at you, and when you turn around you see, yeah, there is a creep there, or maybe a kid, we don't know. So yeah, try it for yourself. You know, when you go talk to another person today, doesn't matter, just hold your gaze at their eyes and their left or right eye for more than 2 seconds, and you will see they will naturally twist, and they will, you know, like that could be something like they are going off tangents, they are going sideways of the conversation because they cannot hold the pressure that you put on them by just looking at them. That is one way of communicating. That's a good way to communicate. It's more natural than words. Now let's say about this 97% of the communication is non-verbal. Wow, that's like, can you imagine? I'm talking to you now, and all the data that you have to your head is actually not through the words, but mostly the way I'm talking to the microphone, your perception of me, how I'm talking, gestures, intonation, and all these stuff, right? So I made it like a little bit to show you the things, but that is what you actually perceiving. Gestures, intonation, my eye movement. By the way, yesterday, this is like a very good thing. Now, I will say something that I was observing yesterday. Yesterday, she sent me a woman that is talking about relationships. It's a big topic, right? So anytime this woman was referring to some sexual stuff, she was looking up, her eyes was moving sideways and up. Now, what is this in NLP? If you guys know NLP, you should know what that means. Yeah? Okay, that is another part of communication. So communication it's a good thing, yeah?
What about the voice? I think it's a powerful tool too. Even if you say that it's mostly non-verbal impact, but the voice is a wonderful tool we have. I don't know that there's such a thing. It's called rapport. I'm not sure about the English term. When you try to mimic intonation and even rhythm and timbre of your conversationalist voice in order to be more effective in discussing something with this person.
In order to be discussing something with this person.
Now he's trying to mimic me because I speak slowly and my voice is low. It's not very loud.
Yeah, baby, you're so loud. Yeah, that is like for the guys that
And for the girls,
no, for the guys, just for the guys, okay? For the guys that are into the game. Into game, you know, how to game a girl. That's a big topic, okay? Please subscribe. So, yeah, you start the conversation casually. But if you know the mechanics of the game, at one point you gotta lower your voice. Some top coaches are training the trainees to do it right from the beginning.
okay, so it's eye contact, voice,
Voice.
and probably the most important thing for effective communication is the ability to listen to your conversationalist. Because some people, they just want to listen to themselves. And even if their conversationalist is talking, they're actually thinking what I'm gonna reply. They are not listening to his or her views. Are you a good listener?
No. It's obviously that I'm not good listener because by default, I'm the protagonist. So there's a problem for this type of people like me. The protagonists, they are not very patient to wait for the other person to finish their sentence because they want to say something. Yeah, everybody can work on that. There's exactly what she said. If you have this question while the other person is talking, if you have this question, what I'm going to reply on that, you are not a good conversationalist. That is the rule of thumb. Observe yourself. If you are that type of person that you are thinking, now I know she's thinking what is she is about to say, because I can see her. No, she's lying. She's a very good liar. But yes, that is one thing. If you are thinking what you are about to say after the other person finished the sentence, you are not a good conversationalist. You are not a good communicator. I'm not a good communicator for sure. How do I know that? By always, or most of the time, I don't even let them finish their sentence. This is like a bad communicator on steroids. You know, when you cut them, I always cut them.
It's a big no.
Yes. But you can work on that. The ability to listen, it's the key to communication. And now I'm going to give you a trick. Yes, because I'm full of tricks. The trick is called mirroring. You know, this is like a old technique. I will now demonstrate. Go ahead.
Yeah, even psychiatrists and psychotherapists, not psychiatrists, but psychotherapists, most percentage of their job is just listening and asking some right questions occasionally. So I think any good conversation presupposes participation. So if one person is talking and the other one is just listening, it's not a good conversation. So you have to somehow participate by asking questions, probably by giving your opinion to any topic, but let person talk and listen. Smile maybe, have eye contact, do the voice. Voice, yes. What else?
Yes.
You are not mirroring me. By mirroring you, I thought that you meant my posture, my pose, my voice. You're not mirroring me. You're sitting like this in a close pose, which is a big no. If you have a conversation with people, try not to cross your hands, your legs. Just be open. Open position. Legs not crossed, hands not crossed, eye contact, smile, listen, look in the eye, ask questions.
Open your legs. I was very careful to listen to her. Bah, 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 bah.
Now try to change it. Try to have an
Mimic.
open gestures and open pose, and try to a little bit lean towards me, like your legs and everything, your body should be directed. Should be facing me. Maybe your shoulders, maybe your head. Yeah. Yeah, now I feel more connection. Because when you speak like this to me, especially when you're driving, I don't feel that we are connected, that we are listening to each other. So eye contact, voice, listening, asking questions, and posture, open gestures. And you have to give that attention to your conversationalist by, I don't know, by showing it with your body that, hey, I'm here. Not like this. Yeah, we're just talking, but like this. And remember the personal space. What do you call it? Don't be too close, because it's creepy. Just probably this. Even if we're good friends, this is a good distance between us. If we are lovers, then probably we can be a little closer to each other, can even hold hands, look at each other, smile and kiss. But if you are friends or if you barely know each other, this is a comfortable zone. Yeah. Stretch your hand and this will be the right. And now with the COVID situation, of course, guys, make sure it's 6 feet. But in general, if there's no coronavirus around, a straight hand distance should be enough.
Yes.
This is a very bad pose, you see? He's standing like this, implying that he's very bored, that he is extremely not interested and he is about to fall asleep. This is bad. This is bad. It means you're bored. So try to not sit like my conversationalist. Try not to yawn. Yeah, you see? All the bad things. Yawning, holding your head, crossing your arms, moving your body into opposite direction, not having eye contact. What you can add to this?
This is the boss position for put the other person in submissive, and she does not want to go into the submissive frame.
No one wants to go into this frame. the best way to beat this boss attitude is just stand up and go behind the person. Then he will have to move and to look for you. I mean, there's no way for me to do it because there's a wall right behind my conversationalist today.
That's a very sneaky trick. Eh?
Very sneaky trick.
Also, you can reply like this. I will show you now. The boss is doing like, and you do the same thing on the other side. You know, like you are mimicking the boss, and you're also saying, "Hey, I'm the boss too." Yeah, and then it will come again to the personal strength you have in the pose. Who will hold the frame for longer? Who will be the one to break off the position? Yeah. What's going on here? Our attention was caught by something that is going on.
Yeah.
That is another problem with conversation. Sometimes you are taken away by the environment. Yeah.
Which is okay, it's natural.
Well, it might not be read by the other person that it's a good thing. For example, if you are talking to someone and you hold the attention, and all of a sudden something from the environment from over there catch your attention, and you go there, the person will or may perceive this as you are not into the conversation.
It's true. Or, for example, devices. We live in a modern world when people are using their cell phones and laptops and iPads all the time. So another reason for ineffective communication is being on your device when you decided to spend time with your friend, your kid, your partner. You went to drink coffee, and all of a sudden, all that you do is going through your Facebook, checking your email, replying to your friends, and all that stuff. This is another big no. I think that phones, they need to be put away, not even held on the table, unless you're expecting some important call. What do you think about devices?
Now, I will give you the 3 practical tips to handle the environment and one parameter of this environment, the phone. They say, the gurus, they say, if you want to be in a good conversation, if the phone is on, and if it's like this, like that, as you can see, if it's like this, you are not a good conversationalist. Now, the cure is to flip the phone. First thing. This is the first level. You flip the phone so you don't get disturbed by all these stuff that are coming, notifications. That's the first level. The second level is just turn off.
The sound, probably.
No. Turn off the phone altogether and power it off if you have another phone, and power all your devices, and that will guarantee a good conversation. That would help. So flip the phone with the screen down. Better yet, turn off the phone. It will guarantee you a good conversation. Now, let's say this is a business meeting, yeah? And you're about to sign some deal or a contract or a job interview, and anything that is of a big importance, the phone should not be in your, even in your pocket. Maybe just leave it at the door and just focus all your attention on the person that interviews you, or the interview you, or the person that you are interviewing. I mean, like, in this situation, you are hiring the person. You are not hiring their phone or their resume or whatever. Like the guru Grant Cardone say, I do not hire resumes. I hire people. Tear down your resume. That will not guarantee your job. It makes perfect sense. But what people do? Hey, here is my resume. Focus your attention of how great I am. Look, I had this accomplishment. And the person that looking at you is like, what is this guy talking about? I'm not gonna hire his sheet of paper. I'm gonna ask him these questions anyway. So a good tip is just turn off your phone, put it away. It will guarantee you better communication and conversations, because right in the most important punchline, let's say in the most important punchline that you, let's say you are going to get something, to accomplish something, and you have all your mental image how this will go about it, and just imagine that you're just about to drop the punchline, the most strong thing. For example, hey, you're so beautiful and blah blah blah. I've been talking to this girl for 5 hours already, and then I'm just about to say, hey, let's go somewhere to do something nice, right? And then my phone, and then I have to start all over, talking 5 more hours, just because of this stupid phone. Yeah, that's right. What else? You can say something else. Yes, you say so.
So yeah, we've already came up with numerous reasons of why conversation doesn't work between two people, and we even came up with tricks and of how to improve it. What else can we say? Is our video is long? I think we're taking our time again. Yeah.
26 minutes shaky video, because we're on this terrace here that is like, like vehicles move around and
Vibration.
yes. Tell them
Makes-
about the building vibrations. Yesterday you told me.
Yeah, we live right next to highway, and whenever I lie down on the sofa or lean against the wall, I can feel the vibrations, and I think those are the vibrations from the cars. So yeah, it's time to move out of New York City. It's time to live somewhere more peaceful, for our communication be more effective, undisturbed.
Maybe this building is vibrating on its own, or maybe ghosts lives in the wall. You don't know these things. You don't know. If you want to know about these things, there is a great channel. By the way, time for advertisement. There is a great channel. It's called Cabin Fever. In this channel, guys, if you are at the end of this video, if you go to that channel, it's called Cabin Fever. If you go there, you're gonna see such a spooky stuff. I cannot describe this thing. It's like you will have like your hair going up, and it is. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but go to Cabin Fever channel in YouTube and see what I'm talking about. Like a scary, a freaky. It's not. It's like, yeah. And I'm thinking maybe our building has ghosts, or who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's next door, maybe it's in our room. But the channel is not just spooky or scary or creepy. It's just about anything that can keep you from cabin fever during this pandemic. We developed this. It's not a disease, it's just the feeling, isolation, and not being able to go out to explore the world, to go to the bars and restaurants, shopping malls. So the channel is about ways to fight your cabin fever.
I didn't know what this cabin fever means. I thought it's like fever of cabins or like something like that. But she told me, "Hey, this is a big thing." I say, "What is this?" It's a idiom, American idiom about people that. And then I realized, wow, through the coronavirus, 3 months, I actually went through this cabin fever. I was almost devastated. I was like, oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. It's like I can make like 3 hours video just about this bad experience. I didn't know that I'm going through this cabin fever because I was stuck in the house. They didn't let me go out, and I stay and I stay and I stay. And terrible thoughts start emerging in my mind, like bad things.
English spleen. Very melancholic state of isolation and the state of not belonging to this world. Yeah, so our video is almost 30 minutes. It's time to do a closing.
Yep.
I like the sound. Dear friends, we would like to thank you for watching our videos and for leaving your comments below our videos. We appreciate it a lot. It makes us very happy. And yes, guys, if you like our content, please like it, subscribe, and share. And you can give us suggestions of what you guys would like to hear in our videos, or maybe you would like us to go to an interesting place, to another cafeteria, or to a log house, to the woods, to the park, to a haunted place. We are open to any suggestions. Thank you, guys. Subscribe.